Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for the S&P 500 for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2013. Well, a solid change of trend today, a candle that's made a lower high and a lower low, and a very large black body candle, and it's been quite some time since we've seen a candle body of that size, and especially a black body. The last time was back here in late February. This does suggest that this market has potential to trade to lower levels. We have the sellers finding some very solid downside momentum in net terms on the day between the open and the close. They've closed with very strong control of this market, and they've shown some very strong commitment to taking this market lower. And they've been that strongly committed that they were able to close in a bearish manner down below this 1555 level of previous resistance and support. So that could be quite an important close down below there. Having said that, however, one does need to question whether the sellers have done a little bit too much all at once, and that does raise some doubt about continuation of the trend. But if we look back here at this previous time that we saw a similar type of candle, we had one more day when the market sold off, but the market did find support down around the 1500 round number of support, and at the Kijunsen end we don't have any of that type of support down below. We do have some decent support around this 1550 level. We see here these three candles, there was solid rejection from there, and then down to around this 1540 level within a zone there was good solid upside price rejection. So a possibility that the market could trade down into this zone, extending down to 1540 and then bounce off there. But certainly no sign that the buyers have found any strength today. Some small loss of commitment by the sellers down around that 1550 level, but they have still taken very strong control of this market. It does suggest that the market may be destined for lower levels. If we look at the Kijunsen also, that's pointing flat, and that suggests that there is a possibility that this trend could continue to the downside, so let's be aware of that. In terms of the Fibonacci Extension, and now that the market is trending down in the first time frame, we're examining that first time frame downtrend and its relationship to the previous time the market was trending down. And here we've seen the market trade in a bearish manner down through the 100% level at 1555, and that does suggest that this market has good potential to trade to the 161.8% level at 1544. Coincides with this minor swing low in the recent past. So 161.8%, 1544 is an important level. And just looking at the prior Fibonacci retracement, we were in an expansive mode of that. We've traded through the 100%. And for yesterday's trading, if you recall, the market did test to above the 161.8% and was rejected from there, not in a strong manner, but this does highlight how important the Fibonacci ratios can be. There was no solid sign of a change of trend for yesterday's trading. We did have the sellers still in control of the market. It wasn't strong control. They failed to close up above the 161.8% level, and there was some price rejection. The buyers lost commitment up around that level, and obviously that was enough for the market to change trend. So even in the absence of solid short-term dynamics, we can still see the Fibonacci ratios act as important levels. But in terms of the current Fibonacci retracement, today we've seen the market trade through many important levels, through the 38.2, through the 50%, close in a bearish manner down below the 61.8%, but trade to the 78.6%, which is not as important as the others, but still one that we should note. And we saw some price rejection from there. So combined with the fact that we've seen a small amount of price rejection, there is a small possibility of a change of trend or a lack of follow through today. So we should watch the low of the current candle for a potential lower high and lower low and continuation of the trend. But if we do see buying coming in, there is a possibility that the market could retest it, even perhaps back up to around this 1569 level. But the market could find some resistance around this previous swing high around 1564 roughly. But certainly the sellers are still in control of this market, so the 78.6% level is not a good solid level. Now in terms of Ichimoku, a bullish bias in the long-term time frame. The market is trading still up above the cloud and a fair way up above the cloud, so looking a little bit overextended. The market's also bullish in the medium-term time frame by trading above the Kijun-sen. I've already mentioned that that has turned flat, so price action is being attracted back towards there, so that does suggest that the market could test back towards that area. But now we have a bearish market in the short-term time frame by trading down below the Tenkan-sen, the green line here, and a bearish close down below. Let's see if we do get some follow-through. In the recent past, when we saw the market test down below the Tenkan-sen, we did have a bearish close, but we failed to see any follow-through. So the low of that candle really does become very important for confirmation of this potential retracement back to lower levels. Looking at the Chikou span, that's still above the corresponding price action, so it's confirming the bullishness that we're seeing in the higher time frames. So overall, market that's bullish in the longer time frames. We have a bearish market in the shorter time frames, and the short-term dynamics are favouring the sellers in terms of supply and demand. It does suggest there is a possibility of the market retesting back, even possibly down towards this 1540 level. We do have very solid support down below there. Support at 1530 roughly is even more solid, with a major swing high and the Kijun-sen trading in that area. Not likely that the market will trade down to there quickly. There is still a possibility you could see the market bounce back and trade through the 1555 level. It will be solid resistance to this market, and then the Tenkan-sen around 1558 can offer itself as resistance. But the question is, have the sellers done too much too quickly? So we do need to watch the low of the current candle for a potential lower high and lower low.